3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
It's the first time we're debuting the 89 Awards.
This award is it's unique and it's very interesting because we all know I'm a wide receiver. Yeah. And we understand that I play wide receiver, but I generally sometimes don't always like giving the tight ends, the pass catchers, an opportunity. So I really believe myself as the bouncer of the wide receiver club and don't always allow everybody to get in there. But let me tell you, I got to let this guy in there. There's a few guys that they just show their face, right? Before you ask them for their ID, you're a fool. You just look at the face. And Brock Bowers, young guy, who really just shows some great things. So guest pass of the year has to go with Brock Bowers. You see what kind of routes he runs. He runs a lot of really great patient routes. He does some things that you normally don't see from a young guy. He's strong, he's fast, but he also has some young patience that you normally don't see. Now, it was difficult to notice it because he was playing for the Las Vegas Raiders, but he was one of the bright spots and pretty much the go-to guy near the end of the season of when you needed a big play, when you needed a first down, they drawed up a lot of design routes and plays because Brock Bowers was the guy.
Unbelievable. I know Jaden Daniels is the Rookie of the Year. They turned an organization around him and Dan Quinn, and I agree. And they get to the NFC Championship game as a rookie quarterback is unbelievable. But the argument to be made for Brock Bowers to be Rookie of the Year is pretty strong. I mean, this is not only, Steve, one of the best rookie tight end seasons ever, it is the best rookie tight end season ever. This is one of the best seasons for a tight end ever. Ever. Let's just run through them here. Most receptions by a rookie ever. That includes tight ends and receivers, which is why Steve's moving the velvet rope and letting Brock Bowers, he's gonna have to duck because he's a pretty big dude. But to get into the group here is because he had 112 catches this year.
Yeah. Oh, hold on though. 153 targets.
Good grief.
So hold on. By offensive plays for him, he was involved in 956 of the 1,123 offensive plays that the Las Vegas Raiders ran.
That's staggering. That's something. I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm here. I'm really here to do some things. I can read, I can write, I can count.
I never underestimated any of those, but I'm glad
some fans do.
Yeah.
Some fans have, so leave your comments in the comment section.
Yeah. But you look at this, Steve, like it's not only that he put up these stats, which were staggering, right? I mean, this most receptions by a rookie, most receptions by a rookie tight end ever, most yards by a rookie tight end. I mean, you look at all of these. He's a top 5 pass catcher in the NFL this year, by a lot of metrics. But it's the ability that he had, I think, Steve, right out of the gate, and I talked to a couple of defensive coordinators about this. And I want you to elaborate on this. Like, his knowledge of what he needs to do within a route is like a 7-8 year veteran. This episode of 89 is sponsored by Roe. Guys, we know that Valentine's Day, less than a month away. Get moving. But it shouldn't be the only time that you're focused on romance. Yes, life gets in the way from time to time, but you could also use a little boost in the bedroom from time to time. And Rose Sparks provides that boost for you to where you can last longer and you and your partner can have fun longer. Now, Rose Sparks connects you with medical providers 100% online, so there's no awkward face-to-face interaction. And if you are approved, well, bang, it shows up directly at your doorstep. If prescribed, new sexual health patients will get $15 off Sparks on a recurring plan. So connect with a provider on ro.co/89 to find out if prescription Rose Sparks is for you. Be ready for play with Rose Sparks. His knowledge of what he needs to do within a route is like a 7-8 year veteran.
Yeah.
Right? To set up a defender with a certain step or a certain movement. His football IQ within the route and understanding space. All of those things just blew defensive coordinators away. And to have the athletic ability that he obviously has, and then to have the veteran mindset already as a rookie, this is why this guy's getting in here. And everybody knew he was getting the ball. everything went wrong in Vegas that you could possibly go wrong. Multiple quarterbacks. Devontae Adams is there. Devontae Adams is gone. Run game's there for a little bit. Run game's gone. The consistent piece was Brock Bowers, and everybody knows he's getting the ball.
Yeah.
Still making plays.
Just knowing how to run his routes, how to keep the defender still guessing, even though the defender has a pretty good assumption of how this offense is being ran, but he was still able to get open at times and still create a little bit of doubt into the defender. One of the things I was really telling that he creates a lot of mismatches is you can't necessarily put a nickel guy on him because that guy is not tall enough. Then you can't put a safety because then that safety is not as fast. So you kind of have to put like a Patrick Surtain on him, or someone who can run with him, but also has the length and the wingspan like Brock Bowers as well. So it makes it a very unique matchup that is not just strength, but it is also speed and creativity as well. So that's what really puts him in a field of his own. And 153 targets with 112. And this just isn't a record for tight ends. This just is a record for rookies flat out, period.
Wow. Across the board.
And so that's pretty remarkable. And I'm excited to see if and when Pete Carroll turns this team around, especially the way Pete Carroll runs his offense. The tight ends are utilized in a way that are pretty darn good. So he's in the right position. I can see why Pete Carroll takes this job, because he doesn't have to really rebuild too much. He's going to run the football. He's going to utilize throwing the ball to the tight ends. He's not going to really try to push the ball down the field with a tier 1 wide receiver. He gets some tier 2 wide receivers who are really good. Number 1, number 2, number 3 wide receivers who all do their roles, but it's all predicated on running the football, getting your tight end active. And the way Brock Bowers can be is what they had hoped when they acquired Jimmy Graham with the Seahawks, what he could have been, but he just was way beyond his years, and understanding that Jimmy was not the same that Sean Payton had early in his career.
Yeah, totally get it. The MO of Pete Carroll has always been what, Steve? Make life as easy on the quarterback as possible. That's always been the way he's done it. And to wrap it up, I'll just say this. So Steve has essentially said that there is one person that can guard Brock Bowers, and he's possibly the defensive player of the year, and the clear-cut, far and away best corner in football is Patrick Surtain. I think that's pretty good for a rookie, and I think that's a great opening.
Listen, if you DBs out there think I'm lying, go out there and prove me wrong.